Hey everybody, welcome to IS 310, the United Nations. This is my favorite class to teach at the University of Idaho, except for all the other classes I teach. I happen to like teaching, and I happen to have a good time with international studies majors as we explore ideas and do interesting things and really pursue education and learning in a non-traditional manner. That's what I want to talk to you about today. So obviously we'll have the full introduction to the course, we'll review the syllabus and all that good stuff when we meet in class on the first day of the semester. But for now, I want to talk to you about making sure that you're proactive in terms of talking to me or expressing concern as we start. There is so much to learn about the United Nations that I don't pretend to try and teach you everything about the United Nations. I also don't think it's useful to do sort of a linear, here's what happened in 1930, here's what happened in 1945, here's what happened in 1960, etc. Rather, to give you a very basic introduction to the structure of the organization and really understanding the main duties and responsibilities, and then jumping forward and looking at it topically as opposed to sequentially. This means that you have to take a leap of faith at the beginning that I'm going to tie everything together. Because instead of knowing where the thing was at as an organization in 1950, or knowing where it was at in 57, so we had this resolution, this decision, and that, we're sort of saying, here's the framework, here's today, and then we put the stuff in the middle back together. I don't want to have us drown in details and every little decision that was made. There's so much to put together, and we will put it together. But it means that as we launch, you may feel a little bit disconcerted. And what will happen is that almost everyone in class will think that everyone else knows what's going on, and they're just the only ones who don't get it. Because I'll ask a question from the front, and I'll say, does anybody know the answer to this question? And someone will. And then someone will know the answer to something else. But of the 60 or so people in there, no one knows all the answers. It just happens that you'll know one or two answers and someone else will know one or two answers, but they're all different answers. So you'll think, I only know this one or two things. Everyone else knows everything and I'm failing. It's not true. Everyone's sort of at the same point. We're bringing everyone along. It'll all get tied together. It'll really start to make sense in October. That's sort of scary sounding, but it's true when I tie the ideas together very overtly. So I need you to be patient and to come talk to me or send me an email if and when you're just not quite on the same page. I'll reassure you that everyone else is in the same boat as you, but also talk you through the issues we've talked about and try and connect them to other ideas so we can sit sort of calmly here in the office and work that out as opposed to having you feel frustrated. Because there are people who will, and that's okay because this isn't a normal class and I'm not presenting the material normally. I'm presenting it wonderfully. I think it's a very successful way to go about it. It just doesn't seem that way those first 4 or 5 weeks. So be in touch and know that IS 310 is a good experience. We've had 50 plus people get through it every fall for more than a decade and then go off and do interesting things. And then when they write me, say, years later, say, what really helped me the most was those lessons we got out of IS 310, the skills we developed in IS 310 that we'll continue to do here with you this semester. So, happy to have you. Looking forward to seeing you in class and look forward to having you communicate with me because that in the past has been the biggest downfall for people is that communication. So, welcome and thank you for listening, and I'll see you soon.